Black Swan by BTS, which was released in January 2020. What makes this song stand out, not just in K-pop but also in popular music, is its theme. Rather than writing about love or fame, BTS wrote a song about the fear of losing your passion for the thing you've dedicated your life to. It's deeply philosophical, and that's exactly what makes it worth analyzing. Black Swan was released ahead of BTS's album Map of the Soul 7. What was immediately unusual is that instead of a standard music video, BTS dropped an art film first, which was performed by a contemporary dance troupe called MRC Dance, which had no BTS members in it at all. This was a bold and unconventional move for K-pop, because visuals starring the idols themselves are considered essential for promotion of their songs. It signals right away that this song was meant to be taken seriously as art, not just as a commercial product. The music video followed after the art film. The song was born from a single quote by Martha Graham, the legendary American dancer and choreographer. She said that a dancer dies twice, once when they stop dancing, and the first death is more painful than the second death when they actually die. BTS took this idea and asked a harder question, or asked a harder version of this question. What if you're still performing, but the feeling is already gone? What if the music plays and you feel nothing? The lyrics open with exactly that. We hear about a familiar melody and feeling no emotion. For performers who have dedicated their entire adolescence, their young adulthood to this craft, this is actually a genuinely terrifying thought. This is what separates Black Swan from typical K-pop. It's not a fantasy, it's a confession of vulnerability. Looking at the lyrics more closely, the song is structured around emotional duality. The verse expresses fear and anxiety. BTS members rap and sing about feeling numb, about the terrifying possibility that music has lost its meaning for them. But the chorus pivots towards something more complicated. It becomes almost a declaration that even if this death of passion comes, they will face it. The black swan in the title is also a reference to the concept of a black swan event, which was presented by Nassim Nicholas Taleb in 2007, which states that a black swan event has massive consequences and is unexpected. So the BTS is saying that the death of artistic passion would be their black swan event. What's poetic is that the song itself was created from this very fear, which means the act of making it is proof that they haven't lost this feeling yet. There's a beautiful irony in that. Retelling in Black Swan is layered. The art film, first of all, uses professional contemporary dancers to embody the emotions in the song. This choice deliberately separates the performance from the idol image, which makes it feel like a pure art form. In the official music video, then, BTS uses heavy symbolism. Water is used, which represents being overwhelmed by expectations. Black feathers reference the dying swan from the Swan Lake story, and mirrors reflect the internal conflict of confronting yourself. They also use an extensive color palette, which is almost entirely black and deep purple with rare flashes of gold, which is represented in the slides. This reinforces the theme of darkness and the fragile survival of the creative spark. Every visual choice is tied to the lyrical meaning. It puts a song in a broader industry context. K-pop idols typically enter this system as children. They train for years before their debut, which is around 13 to 15 years of age, and they have intense pressure to perform and maintain a specific image. The idea that they might privately feel detached from the art they perform is never publicly acknowledged in K-pop culture. It would be considered damaging to the brand. Black Swan broke that silence. BTS used their enormous platform to say something the industry rarely admits, which is the fact that the passion of a performer is fragile and that the commercial machinery of K-pop can threaten it. This is a genuine form of social commentary which is embedded inside a mainstream pop song, and that's what makes it culturally significant. Conclude, Black Swan succeeds on multiple levels. Lyrically, it's one of the most introspective songs in K-pop history. Visually, it commits fully to an artistic concept rather than a commercial one. And culturally, it's opened up a conversation about what we ask of performers and what we expect from them, and whether the industry supports their humanity or values commercialization of K-pop more. My overall evaluation is that Black Swan is an evidence that K-pop at its best can compete with any genre in terms of artistic seriousness and emotional depth. It does not just entertain, it asks you to think. And for a genre that is often dismissed as purely commercial, that is a remarkable achievement. I'd like to end off this video by highlighting this quote that says, Black Swan is K-pop at its most human. Thank you.